All right, well, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mitch here from Royal Caribbean. Thank you so much, Tim Expedia team, and I'm really excited to be here. So, first and foremost, a special thank you once again to every single one of you for spending your time here tonight. I know there's probably a hockey game or Jeopardy or something that you could be doing, but really appreciate you being here. The good thing is you're going to learn a little bit about Royal Caribbean, and we're going to talk about the biggest sale we have ever done. Ever. And I should know I've worked for Royal Caribbean actually 19 years this week, and I've been spending the last 18 and a half years working on board our ships, literally every class of ship all over the world. I've been very fortunate being from, of course, Ontario, in fact, London, Ontario. So I definitely know a little bit about cruising when it comes to Royal Caribbean, and the past 12 years I was a cruise director. So if you're a Crown and Anchor member out there, thank you so much for being here tonight. Crown and Anchor members are our repeat cruisers, and they're the reason we are able to innovate and continue to come out with some of the newest, biggest, baddest cruise ships on the planet. And because each one of those ships costs over $1 billion, they're not cheap. So we really appreciate you being here. And if you've never cruised before, or you've never cruised with Royal Caribbean, well, thanks for being here. There's an amazing incentive on this week that you can go ahead and get a great deal for your very first cruise here with your amazing travel partners at Expedia Cruises Team Friesen. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we're going to go ahead and show you all about Royal Caribbean. So let's check it out. Here we go. Now, that's me. Yes, I told you I was a cruise director. I wasn't lying. That's me just a few months ago on the Oasis of the Seas, sailing out of New Jersey. And that's one of our home ports we're going to talk a little bit about. That's really near and dear to me because we can drive there. So we're going to talk a little bit about what makes Royal Caribbean special. I said we are the unique innovators in the cruise and vacation industry, and here's a little bit of why.
Go ahead and live your best life. Best life. And maybe you could live it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it. You could live it, you could live it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it, 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 go and get it. You could live your best life, best life, best life. You could live it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it. You could live it, you could live it, we could go and get it, we could go and get it.
All right, so there you have it, everybody. That's us celebrating 50 years a few years ago. And yeah, started up in 1969. Our first ship set sail in 1970. We explore the world, we inspire adventure, and we deliver world-class service. I mentioned my last ship was the Oasis of the Seas, and I was very proud to be a part of the crew. Over 75 different countries represented on board that ship and our ship. So it's a really great experience when you're on a cruise that you get meet all of these incredible crew members. There's really nothing like it. So let's keep showing you a little bit more about our cruising lifestyle. So we deliver great vacations. We focused on you, our guest. We develop our destinations. We modernize our fleet, and we design for the future. Again, we are known as the innovators in the vacation industry. No one does and puts what we put on cruise ships. There's nowhere like it on the planet, and we're really excited about that. In 2023, we actually have 26 ships sailing, and they're redeployed all over the planet. And right now, 20 ships this year will be sailing in the Caribbean because, of course, that's our name. But we're going to be sailing 7 ships in Europe this year, and we also have 4 in Alaska, which is more than we've ever had, 1 on the West Coast, 5 in the Northeast, which I love because this is so close to us, as I mentioned before. We'll talk a little bit more about these itineraries a little bit later on, but of course, Australia, New Zealand, South Pacific, and Asia. So all over the planet. Places you may never have thought about going. It was on your bucket list. Well, we can help you get there. And here's a quick peek at one of our private destinations. This is Labadee, one of my favorite places to go. And the great part about these private destinations is that they're included in your cruise. So what's the best part about a cruise? Well, let me tell you, you unpack once and it follows you around. So you'll be able to wake up at a different amazing island every single day. You don't have to worry about the traveling. Your food is included. And if it's raining all day in Mexico, you're in trouble for the week. But if it's raining in Mexico, no big deal, because the next day you're possibly in Jamaica or something else. So really great when it comes to a cruise for that. But you're looking at actually the Dragon breath flight line. That cable right there, that is the longest zip line over water on the planet. It's awesome. I was lucky enough to do that, but I want to talk a little bit about our perfect day at Coco Cay after a $250 million renovation and investment. She opened up again in 2019, and she is an amazing experience. Whether you want to go all in and thrill throughout the day, there is tons of thrills, or if you want to just lay back and chill, you can do that too. Or if you're an overachiever, you can thrill and chill because so many of our ships go here. This is actually now out of the entire world's ports that we visit. This is our #1 rated port, and we're very excited because we own it. We developed it. So you can see some amazing thrills. That's the tallest water slide in North America at Thrill Water Park there. And we also have our incredible Oasis Lagoon, which is the largest freshwater pool in the Caribbean. And I'm going to show you a little video to give you more information about Perfect Day at Coco Cay.
Six. Do it like this.
All right, so there you have it, everybody. Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And remember, the best thing is that so many of our itineraries are visiting Perfect Day, even one sailing from our home port in New Jersey. And just a reminder that when you get over to Coco Cay, of course, your amazing lunch is included. And I highly recommend the burger and the brownie. They're my two favorites, but all kinds of different options, so many different restaurants, including quick pickup service ones. And again, that's included. If you'd like to upgrade your experience, of course you can, and purchase tickets to the water park, or you can go ahead and stay in our Coco Beach Club with the only overwater cabanas in the Bahamas. Those are all options, but also if you have the beverage package on board, that works on the island at no extra charge. If you have the Wi-Fi paid for on board, that also works at no extra charge on Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And because we are multi-generational and literally everybody has fun at Royal Caribbean, we're opening a brand new section here in December of this year, and it is going to be adults only. So Perfect Day at Coco Cay is going to amp up again for the adults only. As I said earlier, we are known to have the most innovative ships anywhere in the world. We're the first to do everything. We're known for our incredible entertainment and signature activities. We produce all of that in-house, and our incredible dining, all of our lounges and nightlife. We're known for our incredible kids and teens programs. I mentioned our destinations, all of our pools, outdoor amenities, accommodations, fitness spa, and of course, our incredible service. So many of our ships have some really great common ship features like the casino, our amazing Windjammer Marketplace, our fun activities, our pools, our sports court, our kids area. Just a reminder though, we do have 7 classes of ships. We have 26 different ships, but not only the largest cruise ships on the planet, but some of our very small classic cruise ship designs like the Vision class and the Radiance class going up to Alaska with just about 1.5, 2,000 guests. Now, our newest classes are the Quantum class. There's 5 of these amazing ships setting Guinness World Records on board and all kinds of fun activities for the entire family, entertainment, nightlife, and the largest cruise ships in the world, the Oasis class. And if you've been on an Oasis class, you can't describe it until you've really been there. It's just an amazing experience. These ships aren't that much bigger than the classic cruise ships. They're just on average just under 100 feet shorter. It's just that they're more than double the width and maybe a little bit taller. So that's how we're able to fit all these incredible features on board these incredible ships. And when you're on there, you really don't know where everybody went because of the amazing 8 neighborhoods that we do have. 7. Well, I will tell you, there is an 8th. I gave a spoiler for the newest ship. But yes, the boardwalk, the promenade, the sports zone, the park. Central Park has over 13,000 trees and plants. Vitality Spa Fitness Center, our amazing kids zone, and entertainment place. So really unique, amazing experience. And on the Oasis class, we'll talk about this later, but you can literally get from the curb to a bar with a cocktail in 10 minutes. This is not a joke. It really does happen. So if you've been on Oasis class, you know. And that's our newest, the Wonder of the Seas. She just debuted sailing out of beautiful Port Canaveral. She's the newest Wonder with a new inspired, Caribbean-inspired pool deck, climatized adult-only solarium, kids playscape, new restaurants, and the newest eighth neighborhood. This is for suite guests. So a little bit something extra for those guests who are looking to go into a suite. And she sails Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries, all visiting Perfect Day at Coco Cay from beautiful Port Canaveral, which is just about an hour outside of Orlando. So a lot of people will do back-to-backs, or maybe they'll do a trip to Disney or Universal and go on a cruise. Those are some great options. And I said, we're designing for the future. We are not stopping. Our newest ship, Icon of the Seas, is coming up. Then it's going to be the sixth Oasis class, and then it's going to be Icon 2 and 3. So we are not stopping, everybody. And this is the newest ship in the fleet. Every about 10 years, we design a new class of ships. And this one right here is an engineering and architectural marvel. Icon of the Seas is going to be sailing from Miami. Her first sailing is going to be in January of 2024. She is open for booking, and just look at that. She is going to be something special right there. And this is $1 billion plus cruise ship. These are not cheap to make, and it takes us quite a few years to get the design right. But this is why we do it like no one else. So she's going to be the first in class, not any that much bigger than the Wonder, only about 7, 8 feet longer, just to say she's the biggest. She'll be a little bit wider. And as you can see, the same amount of staterooms and the same double occupancy as the Oasis class. However, the big difference is that we have so much more space for families. This is the world's greatest family vacation, and all families will be able to find rooms on board this incredible ship. There's going to be 8 different neighborhoods, introducing Thrill Island, Surfside, Chill Island, the Hideaway, Aquadome, Sweet Neighborhood, the Royal Promenade, and Central Park. So you can take a quick peek of what she looks like here, and just looks amazing. So I want to talk about some of the great features on board, including Thrill Island. It is the largest water park at sea with 6 record-breaking water slides. There will be absolutely no charge to use Thrill Island and the water park. So that's complimentary when you purchase a ticket on board the cruise. And that means maybe you don't need to buy a pass to a Thrill Water Park when you go to Perfect Day. It's totally up to you. But remember, every sailing will visit Perfect Day. The Crown's Edge will be a thrill experience where you will literally be 154 feet above the ocean on the outside of the ship. I'll show you a video of it, but it looks pretty amazing. Also, we're going to have our Aquadome. This is a brand new neighborhood where the Aqua Theater is being moved from deck 6 at the back to the front of the ship, and it's going to feature a 5-story high waterfall. We have over 100 patents on board this ship. It's going to be incredible technology. And our Hideaway neighborhood all the way at the back of the ship, featuring our 65-foot high suspended in air infinity pool, guaranteed to be the best views ever on a cruise ship right there, especially at sunset. Now, Surfside is our family neighborhood. This is especially designed for young families. So this entire neighborhood, Adventure Ocean, the teen club, is all going to be where families hang out, with restaurants, hand-carved carousel, the arcade, and 3 ways to splash, including a pool for those that are not potty trained yet, so a splash pad. We're going to have a huge splash park as well for all the kids. That's going to be the big pool number 2. And then, of course, a regular pool for mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and the rest of the kids. And that's going to also right be at the back of the ship. There will be 7 pools on the ship, the most ever, the largest pool ever on a cruise ship. We literally cannot fit 1 more gallon on the ship. We tried, you can't. And one of my best features that I love to talk about is an adult-only area, an adult-only pool here as well up on deck number 17. So let's take a little peek at this incredible ship. All right, there you have it. So just amazing, amazing ship. And then again, she's going to be followed by the Utopia just a few months later. So we are moving fast and furious with these new amazing ships coming out that you get to experience. And again, we're known for our incredible indulgent accommodations as well. So if you're looking for something special, this is our Crown Loft Suite. This is a multi-level suite. A lot of people wouldn't even think you can find this on a cruise ship, but these are not the small ships you saw back in the day on TV shows. These are, like I said, architectural marvels. And we have all kinds of different staterooms, including our really cool boardwalk view and Central Park staterooms. And these are balconies that face the inside of the ship. So you can have a balcony into Central Park or into the boardwalk, which is really cool. I think the most popular room, of course, is the balcony, ocean view with balcony. There's going to be lots of new ones on Icon of the Seas, but also for those guests who are looking for something a little bit different, maybe an upscale experience or where they just get some more space. A suite is also a great option when we have the ultimate family suite, which can be 3 stories tall, and that can fit up to 8. There's rooms with multiple bedrooms for families as well. So sometimes this is a great option because we do have an incredible suite program with a lot of different added amenities. And if you're looking to actually maybe purchase those anyway, this could end up being a way better deal. So all kinds of great stuff to look into. Royal Caribbean is all about options. And when it comes to options, there's nothing better than the dining. Number one thing on a cruise is the food. And my mantra is you've already paid for it, so you have to eat it. So it's very, very simple. You will not lose weight, so just get it out of the way. Just understand that. You're going to have so many options on our Oasis class ships. We have over 30 bars and restaurants. You do not find that anywhere else on land. And we have our amazing dining options. Of course, we do have some extra options for a la carte if you'd like to purchase extra things if you'd like, but you do not need to spend any extra money when it comes to food on the ship if you don't want to. The best experience I would talk about is our dining rooms. Our incredible food and beverage teams doing a wonderful job in our beautiful dining rooms. You can do the early seating, the late seating, or what we call my time dining, which means you can dine at a different time each night. You can make your reservations in advance, or you can just show up. Great experiences for kids menus. And we have lots of complimentary options, including my favorite, Sorrento's Pizzeria, open till 3 a.m. on the Quantum and Oasis class and Explorer and Freedom class. So all kinds of great options here. And then if you're looking for something a little bit special and you want to upgrade your cruise, maybe you want to go to the steakhouse for a special celebration. We have Ben& Jerry's, Johnny Rock at Starbucks, our incredible celebrity chef, Jamie Oliver's, Jamie's Italian Sports Bar. We have it all. Now, also, we do have all-inclusive packages. So we don't advertise the all-inclusive price in, but you are able to get an all-inclusive package on any cruise at all. And that means simply adding the alcohol package. So there's 3 different packages: the classic soda or pop package that sometimes adults or kids will get. Now, when it comes to what's included on your cruise normally, everything from coffee, tea, juice, of course, lemonade, iced tea, flavored water, strawberry, orange, mango, kiwi water, that's all included. But if you like to upgrade, you can. The refreshment package includes all the soda, bottled water, specialty coffees, cappuccinos and stuff, and then of course fresh squeezed juices, and that is an option. And then the top one adds all the alcohol. There's only one package. There's not tiers like you're going to find at some resorts where you get the entry level. It's all the way up to $15 a day, and we're talking the top shelf. So this is your Belvedere, your Grey Goose, all the way to the top. So this is why you add it on if you'd like, but your Expedia cruise team member can exactly quote you the price to get you an all-in on your cruise. Every cruise can be done that way. And we also have so many different options for dining, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But again, I mentioned some youth programming and activities. We lead the industry, everything from laser tag, arcade, pools, water slides, children's menu, and Adventure Ocean is where kids go to have fun. This is our great complimentary Adventure Ocean experience where every staff working there has a minimum 4-year university degree. They're experienced up to 3 years working with kids. Many of them are teachers. And then, of course, if they're working in the teen program, they have specialized skills. We also have a nursery for babies 6 months up to 36 months. Now, there is a small charge for this, $6 in the day, $8 at night, but very, very negligible, very limited space, and Adventure Ocean is such a fun place. And you can leave your kids there in 3-hour increments. You can actually also leave them for lunch and dinner. You can actually also leave the ship and they can stay on board. Yes, that's true. It can happen. So lots of great options when it comes to Adventure Ocean. We're also very proud to be the first autism-friendly cruise line with many different features for families with autism. And yes, everybody can cruise. We're the most inclusive vacation destination on the planet, offering priority check-in, boarding, departure, and much more. We have a great flyer that we can share with your Expedia team as well. So if you do have interest in this, if your family member, let them know, and we'd be happy to share it. We have an accessible team that can answer any questions, and we want to make sure everybody knows that they can cruise. So let's show a little video of what some of the fun things kids can do on board. All right, so as you can see, plenty of amazing options, of course, for the kids to do. Here's a view of one of my favorite venues on any of our ships. It's the incredible Aqua Theater. Yes, we do have amazing shows in the Aqua Theater with world champions, Olympic divers, you name it, we have it, slackliners, and we're known for our amazing entertainment and signature activities. So we're going to show you a little bit about some of these great features, including the Ripcord by iFly. This is on our Quantum class ships. Complimentary experiences for this. You can purchase upgrade experiences as well, but all these things you can do complimentary. Here's our amazing North Star. This is another one. This is the Guinness World Record setter, and you can actually also purchase an upgraded experience, but you don't have to. You can go ahead and use it complimentary. Here's the Seaplex. This is an amazing venue. It is the largest indoor space on a cruise ship on the planet. Everything from bumper cars to basketball, roller skating, volleyball, all kinds of fun stuff, including the largest and fastest growing sport in North America. Yes, pickleball. We do have open play pickleball for a couple hours every single day here on our big Quantum class ships, and we can fit 3 regulation size pickleball courts. So if you have a big group and you want to do a big group cruise, you can do it here on board our amazing Quantum class ships as well. And the zip line, yes, that's on our Oasis class ships, the Ultimate Abyss, a 10-story dry slide. Everybody can do it. It's a lot of fun. And again, Flow Rider, all these are no charge, complimentary, of course. And then when it comes to the entertainment and nightlife, we are very proud of what we can do here. We spend the most out of any cruise line. And don't forget, as an ex-cruise director, this was what I did and lived and breathed every single day. We're the only cruise line that has entertainment across 4 stages. You're seeing the Aqua Theater. We have our amazing ice skating rink, our Broadway style theater and shows, and of course our tribute music hall. So let's take a little bit of a look at that. We have another great achievement, the very first cruise line to ever feature Broadway on our ships. If you go to the West End or Broadway, you're paying a couple $100s for tickets. You do not pay anything to see the amazing shows Saturday Night Fever, Grease, We Will Rock You, the music of Queen, Mamma Mia, Cats, and Hairspray. So these are great additions. They typically show 3 times a cruise, so plenty of options, and most of the time always a matinee as well, so you can leave your kids in Adventure Ocean and go watch the show. So plenty of different options when it comes to our incredible Broadway shows, and our original productions also are just unbelievable. The amount of tech that we have in these shows, including drones, you wouldn't even believe it till you see it. But we're very proud of that as well. And also, as I mentioned, all the different nightlife venues, over 30 bars and restaurants, the casino, the game shows at night, the fun family activities, karaoke bar, dance parties, our amazing bars with all of our bands. We're one of the only cruise lines still with a full orchestra, a jazz band. You're talking about a tribute band. Also, that could be anywhere between Aerosmith to Bon Jovi or Led Zeppelin. It could be anybody on your cruise. And then, of course, you got the Latin band. I mentioned the karaoke bar, our guitar entertainer, our piano entertainer. The list goes on. You will never be bored. The most options anywhere. And we're going to show you a quick peek of what makes Royal Caribbean the leader in the entertainment industry when it comes to vacations. All right, so there you have it. That is all included on your cruise. You do not pay extra for any of that entertainment. And once you see the value that you get for being on the cruise, there's nothing like it. I do promise you that. So I did mention a little bit about the itineraries. We're going to talk a little bit more about where we're headed. And this year, again, in Alaska, an amazing land of adventure. It is not as cold as you think. It's short and t-shirt weather in the summer. If you're going up on the glacier, of course, you're going to want to wear layers. But some of our newest ships in the world are sailing out of Seattle, and some of our classic cruise ships, Radiance and Brilliance, out of Alaska and Vancouver. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about Alaska. All right, so as you can see, not just for grandma and grandpa, the whole family will have so much fun on board our ships sailing out of Alaska. There's some awesome deals, especially with Expedia this summer, because we have the most ships ever. So that means more rooms available. And of course, in the Caribbean, we have all of our Oasis class ships sailing this year and next year from Port Canaveral, which is just outside of Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, which are only about 45 minutes away from each other. So some really easy, fast, direct flights from Ontario, especially Toronto. And you're looking at also Galveston. And most of these itineraries are different. So it's either 7 night Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, Southern Caribbean, and all of them, -2, are visiting Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Some even visit Labadee and Perfect Day. So considering all the value you get for it, it's fantastic. The Odyssey of the Seas, check out all these different ships doing Southern, Eastern, 8 night cruises and longer. Also, short Caribbean is something we don't always think about that much, being from Canada. But if you're in Florida, definitely something to think about. 3 night, 4 night, 5 night cruise sailing from Port Canaveral, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, especially if you're doing a quick trip into Universal or Disney. You can add on a very short cruise, especially from maybe Friday to Monday, something to do over a long weekend. Really some great options, especially if there's some people in the family that aren't quite sure. But I do tell you this, if you're on one of our larger ships, you won't even know that it left port. That's how great and steady they are. And speaking of our largest ship, the Allure of the Seas, she's going to be starting to do 3 and 4 night Bahama cruises and visiting Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We also mentioned Europe. What is so great about Europe? Well, you're unpacking once, you're visiting multiple destinations. You could never see that quick if you did it on your own. You're saving tons of money because all your food is taken care of when you get back on board, and your transportation to the next ports is taken care of. It's an amazing experience, and especially because you visit so many ports. On a typical 7 day cruise, you're only having one, maximum, usually 2 days at sea. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at Europe. So there you see it, over 80 different destinations. So great options. We're even going to Egypt, the Greek Isles, Turkey, Mediterranean, and we're even some of our newest, biggest ships are sailing through Europe, Rome, Barcelona, Venice, Limassol, Haifa. So lots of great options. Holy Land cruises, you name it, we're doing it. Even new ones such as the Norwegian fjords, ports I've never even heard of. And we're doing long cruises, 12 night Iceland, Ireland, Arctic Circle, and British Isles. So really, some really cool, unique experiences. And these are bucket lists. Add this to your bucket list: Australia, New Zealand. But let's talk about the Northeast, because as I mentioned before, this is our home port. And we forget that we have one, but we do. And we can actually fly from Toronto direct to New Jersey. I recommend flying into Newark. It's 1 hour, 30 minutes direct. You can drive from Ontario, I believe from the Hamilton area. It's about 7.5, 8 hours. From where I live in London, it's 8.5 hours, depending. And when I was cruise director, my parents would always drive down, stay overnight, get up and drive the last couple hours and park in the terminal. It's really easy to get to in New Jersey, 25 bucks a day if you'd like to drive, because not everybody wants to drive. Sometimes it's too expensive, or in the winter, we do have ships there as well. So let's talk a little bit about these incredible ships that are sailing out of New Jersey. And the traffic's a lot less. You don't have to drive through New York. If you fly into Newark, that actual airport is only 20 minutes away from the cruise port in a Uber, and you actually have the Statue of Liberty right next to the ship. You sail past and underneath the Verrazano Bridge. It's a great option. So you can see there, Oasis of the Seas, one of our amazing Oasis class ships. That was my last ship as cruise director in Cape Liberty, and we're doing 7-night cruises to the Bahamas, including Perfect Day at Coco Cay from May until October. There's still some awesome deals out there to be had. And the Liberty of the Seas doing Canada cruises, 4 and 5 night overnights in Bermuda, and we also have Anthem of the Seas, which I showed you has the Seaplex, the surfing, the indoor skydiving. That is sailing through the winter because it's a winterized ship. 6, 7, 8 perfect day cruises and all the way up to 11-night cruises in Southern Caribbean. We're doing cruises up to Canada as well, from Halifax and into Halifax, Quebec, so many options. And because I've been talking about Oasis, because it's so close to us, I want to show you a little video. All right, so I will tell you that the best aqua show in the fleet, in my opinion, is on the Oasis of the Seas Aqua 80. So why not take a trip down and check it out? And as we finish up, just a reminder, some great resources that we do have available with your amazing team that can help you with. Everybody can cruise. I spoke about it again, but when it comes to special needs, everybody can cruise. Someone in most everybody's family has special needs, whether it's mobility, hearing, visual, special dietary needs, allergies. We can handle all that stuff. We have a great brochure that talks about it. We have a great team that can answer any questions. So we'd be happy to share that with you. And you can even plan your cruise down to the last detail. So in advance, if you really want to book that tour to swim with the dolphins, you can do it in advance. Most of the tours do sell out, so we do recommend booking a lot if you really, really want to do something in advance. This is how you're able to also make your cruise all-inclusive with a beverage package or an internet package, dining package, really easy to use. And also 30 days before your ship sails, for some shows, you can actually make your reservations and some of the activities that we do offer, which of course are complimentary. Great shore excursions that you can do in all of our incredible ports as well, depending on what you're looking for. And a lot of the times, some people want to try to upgrade. Well, you have a great system that you can ask your Expedia Cruises rep about, where you can do it before. And also, as a Crown and Anchor member, you're going to get really great perks. I know there's some Crown and Anchor members out there. So again, thanks for being here. But my top one, I'll talk about it. My parents are Diamond members. At a Diamond status, which is 80 cruise nights, you get 4 free drinks a day. And you can spend that on coffee, but you can also spend that on alcohol up to what is it, $14, $15. So some great options, a lot of great benefits. And if you also cruise with our sister brand, we do status match with Celebrity. So we have the fastest Wi-Fi on the planet on cruise ships, powered by Starlink. It's Voom. Now, not everybody wants to be on their phone, but some people must be for work or to stay in touch with back at home, and they can be confident knowing they will always be connected. And we have our award-winning Royal Caribbean app as well, where you can do your fast mobile check-in, your safety briefing, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but also the great feature of checking what's happening around the ship, making your reservations. And a new feature that is just now complimentary is our guest-to-guest chat. So you can stay in touch with your family, your friends, and you can do that via the app, chatting for free. We also offer a great air to sea program where you can book now, pay later. We have refundable fares, lowest airfare guarantee, and assured arrival. So if something happens, we'll get you to the next port. Also, just a reminder to ask your Expedia expert about insurance. Of course, it's very important that we just remind everybody, depending on where you're cruising, you may want to consider that. Also, if you do decide to book your next cruise, ask anybody who's cruised before. The best deals are if you book on board. You can book on board, get extra onboard credit or discounts instantly, and the booking automatically gets cloned to your Expedia travel partner. So that's a great option so you can still stay working with your travel partner. Also, we have something only that is available with Expedia here. You can't get this if you book direct. This is our Flex Pay, and this is why you'll always find the best deals and the best options with Expedia. And this means you don't have to pay for the whole cruise at once. You can split up the payment of your cruise over different months, up to 10 different payments on multiple credit cards. You decide how many times and the dates, and you do not pay a fee. There's no charge, there's no interest rate, there's no flat fee, there's no hidden fee. This is something that we love to offer to break up the price of the cruise and spend it over a couple of months. Now we have some great promotions happening this month all the way to the end of March. It is 30% off all sailings, kids sail free, all the way up until April 2025, including the Icon of the Seas. That's if they're 12 and under. There's a few blackout dates of the holidays, but a really great option, including also a $100 summer kicker for cruises departing this year. And that would be including, of course, out of New Jersey. So go check that out. Some great instant flight options as well, still valid, by the way. And don't forget, this is our Expedia Royal Adventure Sale. This is the reason why we're here. We're going to talk all about it, the biggest offer we have ever done. And every so often, we'll do some promotions where we'll give you up to a certain amount of money to spend on board, which is what we call onboard credit or onboard cash. You can use it anywhere on the ship, the shops, buying drinks, shore excursions, the spa, anywhere. If you want to put it on blackjack, go for it. It's literally cash on board the ship. And what we're offering between only March 1st to 7th is up to $300. If you're on a 6-night or more cruise, you'll get 300 extra. If you're in a balcony, you'll get 125. If you're in an interior or an ocean view, you're going to get 75. And if it's a 5-night short cruise or less, in a suite, it's 200. In a balcony, it's 100. And in an interior or ocean view, it's 50. Now, what makes this deal so much better than anyone we've ever done before is that you can combine this deal with the Expedia exclusive rooms that they have available only to them. Expedia has almost 30,000 rooms available for Royal Caribbean this year, next year, and into 2025. So that means you will get the best rates because Expedia takes the space way at the beginning and our prices actually increase as time goes on. So they'll always have a great advantage. And we're going to tell you a little bit about that right now. So not only will you get these huge discounts of up to $300 off, let's use the example of a balcony. If you have a balcony, a 6-night or more cruise, 125, by the way, US dollars, you can go ahead and get potentially up to $100 extra. If you book into an Expedia sailing, they'll give you an extra 50. And if you book over 6 months in advance, another 50. That means you could get up to $100 extra. Add that on to the 125. That could be a $225 extra onboard credit that you could spend any way you like. And here's an example of how you can save only with Expedia. Let's look down here. Harmony of the Seas this December, 7-night Caribbean. All these are balconies, by the way. So on our website, it's over $3,100. The Expedia rate, $1,200. Yes, you read that right. That's $2,000 difference. Now, of course, that's a balcony, so that's a little bit more expensive than an interior or an ocean view, but you can see the amazing deals that can be had. If you look at Explorer in Europe, 3,600 on the website, only 1,433 on Expedia. The Anthem of the Seas we were talking about, sailing out of New Jersey, doing a 7-night cruise, visiting Perfect Day, balcony on our website, 1,700, and Expedia rate was 960, and I saw it actually less than that. So you even see Icon of the Seas already $1,000 cheaper. So this is why Expedia is the first place you need to check, and this is where you need to book because they have access to more rooms than anybody else, and they can get you some incredible deals. And again, these deals go quick because other people are buying them, but there's many, many more like it. So this is the great option. This is a great reason why you should always check with your Expedia team, and especially from March 1st to 7th. This is it, everybody. Your chance to save huge when it comes to booking your next cruise. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and say we really do appreciate you being here. So thank you again, and thanks so much to Tim and the amazing team at Expedia Cruises.